Hello, good morning, everyone. Very nice to see you all. Let's get started with a little bit of overview on what we're going to be covering today. Today's training on AI specifically with social media and video production. This is not a lecture. This is not a presentation. I don't have any slides. The purpose for this call is to teach you how to use AI a little differently, probably compared to what you've been using it. So feel free to unmute yourself. I'll ask everyone to be muted for the time being. I'm doing this presentation, but if you have a moment where you need me to pause, show you more, if you have a question, mute yourself, ask me a question. Totally fine to interrupt me. All right? Everything good with it? Perfect. All right, let's get started. So first thing first, I'm gonna prepare this presentation for all levels of your video experiences, of your knowledge. I understand some of you just starting using AI when others at the high levels. So I'll try to make it fit for all. So first thing first, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been in a position when you get a listing and you need to record a video, but the house is not in great shape, it's not ready for the video, and actually video costs so much money for the videographer to come in and shoot the video? So does it make sense for you to spend like $1,500 for a video of a listing that's like a hoarder house? Maybe not as a hoarder house, but people live in there and you know that seller's not going to clean this up. Have been in this position? Raise a hand. No one? All right. I see some hands up. So this is how you can implement AI to fix that problem. There is an app. Let me pull that up. It's called Runaway. Runaway will take your pictures that photographer took and professionally edited. So photographer very likely removed all the extra stuff. I mean, they can fix that along the way while they use in Photoshop and tools like that. And we can make these pictures live. So first thing first, you want to start the video from recording the video in front of the house. I guess the front of the house should always be okay to showcase, but then I'll show you how to use these images and turn them into video. I'll share my screen in a second. And this is very, very basic editing. Everyone can do it. It's literally just click of a button. So the app called Runaway, as you can see here in my browser, can create a free account. And then voila, you have option to upload pictures and then turn them into a video clips like that. So this is the video I got from the Runaway. And here's on the right is a still picture. Another option is, look at this. Again, this is not a video that I recorded. It actually adds more data to the picture. It assumes that's how it looks like from the picture, and it adds more pixels to the picture that you upload. Let's see another one. So how you can implement this? You can record a video, stand in front of the house, record number of clips like this, and then put a voiceover pretty much explaining what this video about. This costs you like $20 for a month. I'm not even sure what's the cost for this platform, but compared to bringing videographers spending approximately $1,500 for a professionally shot and edited video, yeah, it's not as nice looking as professionally shot video, but if you want to do the video, if you still want to put your face on it and don't kill your budget, Runaway app will help you with it. Super simple. This is not tacky. This is like for everyone. Get yourself the app, plug your credit card in, boom. All right, now let's switch the gears and be a little more techy today. I want to talk to you about how to use ChatGPT to create talking head videos on a large scale. So who's currently producing talking head videos? Raise a hand. Fred. Fred, who else? Who else? I only see Fred. Anybody else? Let's see. All right. I might want to expand the screen so I can see more hands. All right, Fred, can you go on mute? What's the biggest challenge when you produce this talking head video?
Well, it depends on what kind of video I'm doing. Obviously,
Talking head video, when you talk to a camera, sharing some kind of news or knowledge.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if I need to do some research, right, I need to make sure I do the research first. And yes, if I don't have to do it live, then I try to rehearse it just a couple times what I'm going to say, so I don't stutter too much, that kind of thing. And really, that's my biggest challenge. Is sometimes I may have to record it several times, because even though I do rehearse it, I stutter. But I use ChatGPT to come up with a script.
Nice. All right, perfect. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to be teaching you today. I'm going to teach you how to customize ChatGPT to do the research for you. So that part is gone in just one click of a button. Number two, how to create ChatGPT that actually sound like you. How to copy paste that script into app and read the script from a teleprompter so you can speed up the process significantly, and how to fix the eye contact. So you can read the script, fix the eye contact, and record 10 videos in 1 hour. Sounds good? Let's jump into ChatGPT together. So that training will only work for those who are on the paid version of ChatGPT. I'm currently using 4.5 version of ChatGPT, which is most recent update from 4.0. These two models are non-reasoning models compared to all the models that starts with O that are reasonable models, reasoning models. So do you know the difference between reasoning models versus non-reasoning models? Anybody? No? All right. So non-reasoning models, they are more of a conversation models. So you pretty much feeding the chat with more information, like feeding the ChatGPT with a spoon. And based on the context, non-reasoning models will continue the chat. When reasoning models pretty much wants you to give the ChatGPT the prompt right from the start, and it will judge himself on the answer to modify it to solve your problem. So if you use models like O3, O4 mini, O4 mini high, depends on your tasks, and you start like a real chat, a conversation, you're only going to confuse, because every time you're going to have an input, you're gonna confuse the ChatGPT on the reasoning of the conversation, if that makes sense. So for this purpose, for the purpose of this training, I would stick to non-reason models so we can have a conversation, fine-tuning the answers to match your projected outcome. Does it make sense? Or you need me to stop and explain it a little further? We good? Good. All right, let's go. Now, what we want to do, we want to either use projects, or in this particular training, I'll teach you how to use my custom GPT. What custom GPTs is the specific GPTs that are built specifically to solve your problem. These are very similar. These two different tools are solving very similar problem. The projects and my GPTs, they will have the instructions saved for any particular task. And using this task, it will resolve the problems based on your specific instructions. Who ever used projects or custom GPTs in the past? Anyone? Perfect. Who knows the difference between projects and my GPTs? All right, I'll explain. Projects, they see the answers of each other and they use the data that you put into different projects. Compared to my GPT, it's pretty much set for that particular task, and it does not look into other chats that you have. However, when you need to implement specific custom GPT in your chat, all you're going to do is click add, and as we're going to be using video script, you add that chat GPT into your custom chat that you're using on a different topic, and you can implement it right from that point in the chat, and it will implement all the instructions. Well, let's get started together by creating a custom GPT specifically for video scripts. There is so many implementation for these custom GPTs. We can create custom GPT for your short form content, for your long form content. We can create custom GPT for writing emails to your database, running custom emails for your buyers, for your sellers, for local news. Anything in between can be done in here. So where are we starting? We can start from either create or configure. What's the difference? When you create, you're pretty much starting from a chat and you're going back and forth until you reach your goals for that particular chat GPT. If you ask my opinion, I would prefer configure because it's more precise and gives me more direct instructions, because every time I use create, ChatGPT goes elsewhere. I don't want to go. It's really hard to keep the conversation within my guidelines. Does it make sense?
Roman, good question. Is this recorded?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So where are we going to start? We're going to give that a name. How about we'll name it Real You Video Scripts That Should Sound Like You. In my opinion, the biggest challenge with scripts is to make them sound like you. As you make them sound like you, it's going to be much easier to, number one, memorize. Number two, say these words, because we'll teach ChatGPT how to be you. And the good news is we're going to progress with this, as we're going to teach ChatGPT to sound like you. We can implement it in emails and any type of content that you create. Good news, you don't even have to memorize. I'll show you how to use teleprompter for you just to read the script that ChatGPT is going to create for you. And you can implement this strategy to streamline the content creation. So second, we want to give it the description. Just copy and pasting for the training purpose. You give it here, right here. ChatGPT designed to create Instagram Reels, optimized scripts that sound like user voice, tone, style, and dictation. So that is the easiest part of creating the custom GPT. Well, the biggest part is coming up with the instructions. So how to create the prompt for instructions. I'm not code writer. I don't know how to write codes, but ChatGPT is a really good code writer. So by playing around with ChatGPT, I came up to a point where I can modify this code to include any type of tasks that I can put in. So what I would do for you, I would have this prompt, copy paste it in this particular chat. And if you need a copy, I'll be happy to share with you. We'll go through it. It's very specific. I already shared with some of you, with those of you who will start discussing this on a one-on-one coaching call, but this is the instructions for short form content. So it starts with generate engaging authentic video script for Instagram Reel up to 60 seconds. I find under 60 seconds perform the best already to real estate agents specializing in residential properties in location specified by the user. So I make this uniform for all of you. You don't have to necessarily copy paste your location. It will get all the details, instructions, voice. We will want to copy the voice, style, tone, analyze sample scripts, upload in the knowledge section, which we will be uploading in a second. Match the agent unique voice, style, tone, dictation as closely as possible. And there are plenty of other instructions that I think instead of reading you today, I can just email if you ever need a copy. Actually, I didn't copy paste the whole thing. Let me do it one more time. Here we go. Now it has it all. So second step, we want to add on the conversation starters. So it really depends on your Instagram, your ideal client avatar. You're likely creating different type of topics for your videos, right? It can be like local news, or it can be topics for sellers, for buyers, market updates, right? So instead of starting the conversation writing very similar prompt, we can add here is like market update for Miami. And I'm going to have that button. So instead of writing this over and over again, we create any conversation starter that you choose. Now it gets even more fun. Now we have the instructions. You can get them from me. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. We have conversation starters. We want to update the capabilities because we want to have capabilities matching code interpreter and data analysis, especially for those of you who are doing market updates, which I think everyone should do. That's what our audience expecting from us, being the local knowledge broker who provides their valuable information. So we can pull the data from MLS and have ChatGPT to analyze the data so we can repurpose it in an easy to understand format. Now, when we got pretty much to the point that we are ready to create our ChatGPT, the most important part is missing the knowledge base. So how can we get the knowledge base and make ChatGPT sound exactly like you? We want to go into rev.com. Rev.com is a platform that will help you transcribe your videos. I bet you've already created video where you try to wing it, right? Saying with your own words. You go into your library, you can either paste the files, or if this is on YouTube, you can copy paste URLs. And believe me, the more data you fit into ChatGPT, the closer it's gonna sound to be you. So I wouldn't necessarily focus on just one video. It has some number of like certain number of minutes that it can transcribe for free. Then it goes into paid subscription. It's still not that expensive. I think you can accomplish your goals with free version of Rev, depending on the level of like expertise you expect the ChatGPT to have with your videos. So you upload it, and it pretty much gets you either PDF file or Word doc that all you're going to do is come back to ChatGPT. Oh, where's mine? All right. I guess it's clear for everyone. You just literally upload one PDF, right? You can upload a certain number of PDFs. It's totally fine for you to combine different transcriptions into one PDF. Even if you, like, let's say, go into Rev and you have 10 videos transcribed, you go back to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to combine all these PDFs in one, because it doesn't really matter what this transcript says. It's really learning the way you structure the sentences, the wording, and your tonality in terms of structuring your scripts. At the end, you'll go into here, you create some kind of
Roman, I still haven't fully understood what rev.com is good for. Could you explain it again, please?
Rev.com creates the transcription of your videos. You need to feed ChatGPT with how you naturally express in your words, how you naturally express in your sentences, how you naturally express in your thoughts. So you need to have the video transcription to feed into ChatGPT.
So I have to record something before and then feed it into rev.com and then
Well,
get it back.
likely you already have something recorded, right? You should have something in your files, right? It's not the first
Not in
video.
my files, because every video is that's another problem I have. The files are so big, I don't know where to store them. So I just have some stuff on my YouTube. That's it.
Well,
Right.
you can
Delete
take the
everything on
YouTube.
my computer.
Well, if the files are so big, what I would recommend is to upload them to Google Drive, and you're gonna have a link, and you can take that link, upload it here, copy paste, and it will work with your Google Drive.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Board, are you filming them with your phone or with a camera?
Are you asking
Film-
me? Are you asking me?
Yes.
Both. I have the like a nice video thing, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I have my phone. I have both.
You should be able to download those,
Right, absolutely.
the videos that are on those.
Well, unfortunately, I have an iPhone, but I have a Lenovo, and the iPhone does not like to work with my computer. It doesn't let me transfer it because
Well,
iPhone.
easy solution for that
like Apple.
is
Yeah.
downloading Google Drive to your phone. This way you can upload files directly from your phone to Google Drive, and this way you can have the link.
I will try that. Thank you.
Let's keep going back to ChatGPT. So let's create small icon so we can recognize which ChatGPT is this one. Give it a moment, and I'll hit the button create, and we'll create the, oh, look at this. Looks like Instagram. All right, we're gonna create, and we're gonna have options, only me, everyone with the link, or we can even post it in GPT store. Since it's gonna be your voice, I don't think you want anyone to use it. However, if you have an assistant who you want to prep all these scripts, you're more than welcome to create it with a link. I mean, for this training, let's create only me. Now, view the ChatGPTs, look at this, it has market update for Miami. I can create as many buttons as I want. Now, what we can do with this by creating custom GPT, now we both agree that it's gonna sound like you. For this particular training, as you notice, I didn't upload the script. However, we want to try to build on what's in the instructions. So imagine I want create a video script for put that in the instructions below, but let's see what it's gonna come up with. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily sound like me since I haven't uploaded the scripts, the transcripts from the videos, but let's say it will sound a little closer to what I would say. What I would do at this point, I would copy this text and I upload it to one of the teleprompters. Since we're working with short form content today, I'll upload it to Captions AI. Have you ever used Captions AI? Perfect. So Captions AI will allow you to do a few great things. Number one, it has the teleprompter app. So for the purpose of the training, I'll share my screen from the phone and you'll see exactly what I'm doing. All right. So echo? No echo. Perfect. So check this out. I'm gonna go into Captions. And I'm gonna click Create. I'm gonna click on More Tools, and I click on Teleprompter. And I'm copy pasting the script that ChatGPT just created, right? And at that point, the video gonna take 1.2 minutes. I'm gonna click record, and I'm gonna ever feel like Miami real estate market is on roller coaster. Well, May 2025 is no exception. Let's start with basics. Median price in Miami-Dade County has climbed to $565,000, making it 6.1, and so on. Gonna click continue. It wants me to continue till I add. All tools, tool properties. All right, recording. So let's start with basic. The median price, home price in Miami-Dade County has climbed to 565 to 74, making it 6.1 increase from the last year. Would that allow me to complete it? But despite price rises, homes are lingering longer, averaging 73 days on the market. And such and such. I'm just trying to show you how to Why it's not helping me with continue? Well, I'm trying to make it quick because I don't want you to spend like a minute and a half me recording the whole script. However, I see that I would have to wait until it finishes recording. All right.
Roman,
Yes.
do you have the ability in this app to slow down the word scroll?
Well, quite frankly, it's right on point.
Okay.
Every time I record it, it keeps that pace where you normally speaking. It doesn't feel like it really rushes me. It gives enough.
Okay.
However, what you can do, you can click stop and then scroll down and then click record again, and you're really not going to make like see the difference.
Okay.
So what I want you to show you today is how to fix. Let me pick a video. Let's say we want to. Show you something that is. All right, let's do this one. So what we can do with the video of number one, we can create auto editing. Again, with one click of a button, you're going to have all these editing tools, all these editing movements done for your video at just one click of a button. So let's imagine like this one. So you create, you give it, let's say, a few minutes, and you'll see that it will polish the video. It adds this B-rolls, that sounds, it adds text for your video. But most importantly, what it does, it will fix the eye contact with the camera. Because right now I'm looking at the camera and my eyes are straight looking at you. This is what you expect when you're creating content, that you're looking at your audience and you're looking them directly in their eyes. When you're looking at the script, probably notice I was looking down and my eyes were moving. We want to solve that problem. So what we want to do, as soon as this video uploads, there is a button in the bar section that will say, fix the eye contact. And I can show you, while it's doing this on the background, I can show you the sample of the eye contact fixed in this video. Believe me, on this video, I am looking at the camera. I mean, I'm looking at the script, reading the script, but you see my eyes looking in the camera. Yeah, in some moments, it looks a little
They are
different.
not blinking. You're not blinking there.
Right. Yes. If you really know me, probably you can notice that. However, if you just scrolling through the feed and you can create strong hooks, compelling content, fast-paced video with this tool and have that at your disposal at any moment in your content bank, then it is much more effective than try to wing it every time and come back with no content at all. Yes, I agree with you. I'm not blinking. I'm not supernatural. Like if I would just record video with me trying to express myself, yes, I would have a little different energy in it. What I'm teaching today is how to put this content creation on steroids, have enough content when you don't have enough time for creation, so you have enough videos saved in your library. Let's see if it's still taking some time. All right, well, you just watched the video, what's gonna come out of this platform. Let me stop
I have a
sharing.
question. Did that app do all of the B-roll, or did you have to then
Yes,
use?
it does. It does all the B-rolls for you.
Oh, okay.
All right, so back here. Well, this is for short form content. We can certainly modify the script that I'm giving you, and we can use ChatGPT to rewrite the script, making the changes to these instructions that I gave you for the custom GPT for Reels, for short form, and create it for your YouTube. You can certainly use other app, putting right next to the camera like this, and you might be looking a little bit aside, reading your script. But again, creating a video that is 5, 10, 15 minutes long, especially on your local market data, it can take good couple hours of filming after filming after filming, when instead you could have read it, and with minimum editing skills, you can upload it and have polished video in a matter of seconds. Any other questions so far? No, not at all. I'm surprised. So, a couple other things I wanted to share with you on the topic of AI. So we started the video from using the pictures to make them look like a video. Now, when you use this type of video shots, you want to do the voiceover. And one way of you doing voiceover is use your phone or a microphone and record the voiceover yourself. You can certainly come back to ChatGPT and have ChatGPT to write the script, and you can read the script. However, it's also going to take a few takes, making sure that your voice sounds the way you like. There is a tool that can clone your voice, so that video can be 100% automated. You can even have one of your assistants, if you have one, have the script with ChatGPT, have a clone of your voice and the pictures, and create that video for social media or for YouTube without you even touching a button. And the tool called 11 Labs. Give me a second, I'll share my
What is
screen.
it called again?
11 Labs. Well, here's an 11 Labs. So here, what you can do is you can use the custom voices, stock voices that they have, and that's included in the free version. Well, however, it's very similar to creating an avatar that writes scripts like you are. Now we can create voice that sounds like you are. And there are two different types of voices that you can create, either instant voice, that's still slightly not going to match yours. However, if a person who watches that reel never met with you, it looks very real. However, if you want to create a voice that's identical to how you sound, you might want to go with a professional voice clone. Then you would need to upload at least 30 minutes, and I would highly recommend go more than 30 minutes of different content that you're creating without reading the script, reading from teleprompter. This way you create the voice that takes the certain pauses like you do, uses the certain upswings or downswings in your tonality like you do. So you'll save yourself a ton of time recording these voiceovers. Where it can be implemented other than property doers. Imagine you'll go to a restaurant and you record a local spot video. I can record a video standing in front of the restaurant saying, hey, I would like to show you a local spot. It's a wonderful Italian place that's called Palermo. First time here, let's go check it out. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable eating pizza or eating chicken parm and recording myself at the same time trying to talk about something. However, I feel totally cool pulling my camera out and maybe record a few shots around the restaurant and my plates and how the server bringing plates to the table, or maybe recording the bar. That requires zero efforts. So I'll take that footage, I'll bring it back, and I'll have the voiceover created by 11 Labs that pretty much streamlines the whole entire process. We can certainly use other tools that will help you with editing. I believe that the easiest video editing tool at this point is the CapCut. CapCut, by the way, also has the feature of fixing the eye contact. So if you record long form video and using the teleprompter, CapCut will fix the eye contact. Why I brought up captions for this training session? I like the way captions use the teleprompter right at the top of my screen. So my eyes just slightly below the camera, and it fixes the eye contact beautifully. When you upload it to CapCut and you significantly look in the side, your eyes don't look as natural. And yes, you're not blinking, but are you really watching someone on social media thinking, hey, this guy's not blinking? Well, maybe yes, maybe no. I'll totally let it on you to decide. However, just make sure you have this tool. Another AI I wanted to bring up to you is, I talked about 11 Labs. All right, who of you using Revy? Revy, anybody? Revy can do the market news and market updates for you. So I'm not a big fan personally using Revy for roleplay. I believe you all need to roleplay with each other. However, Revy is trained on ChatGPT contexts. However, it has its tweaks to specifically be designed for real estate data. So if you go to Market Insights and you click on MLS, you can download your MLS data for, let's say, month of April, and you can create the outcome that is specific for any neighborhood that you choose. Why I want you to train AI on the particular neighborhoods? Because let's imagine you have a farm that you want to be very specific and you want to create content on, or you want to touch certain neighborhoods that you want to target hyper locally. Imagine all agents creating content, let's say, on how's the market in Miami. But if I create it hyper locally and distribute hyper locally, those whose this content resonates will have that aha moment that agent's doing something different. That is the actual data for the condos in Aventura. Aventura is one of the Miami neighborhoods where I live. So very similarly, you can get the data from Revy on market news with a few buttons, as well as use Grok for most up-to-date local news. Why I believe Grok performs best among all the platforms in terms of bringing the most accurate data for real estate news, local news. It's trained on X. And I'm not really heavy on X. My last post on X was last year. However, it's the data that is the most relevant. People posting on X, the news, the data that is happening right now. So comparing to ChatGPT that pulls the data search from Bing, it pulls the data search from X. And the way Bing's sets their content is by volume of searches. If something has higher volume of searches, then it's going to be higher ranked on Bing. Compared to X, it doesn't have that ability. It's time-based search, not search-related. So these are the tools that I wanted to talk to you about today. Any questions, anything I can address before we wrap this up? Took
Yeah,
exactly how I expected.
Roman, where are you going to post this so I can rewatch it?
I'm not planning on posting this. However, if you need the link, send me an email. I'll respond with the link.
Okay, that sounds good because, like we said, this is right up my wheelhouse for my to do. So I will use this and do a video this weekend.
Perfect. Yes, for this training, this workshops, I want to keep it private. I want to make sure that everyone attends them as we go, because I mean, otherwise, later, we'll have lower number of attendees. So a few announcements on the Wednesday, 21st. I'm gonna have Jimmy Macking. Do you know Jimmy Macking? Anyone knows Jimmy Macking? Perfect. I'm gonna have him on the call with us. So I expect everyone to be on call and participate in our conversation on generating listings online. I bet everyone wants to get listings, right? Perfect. So you're gonna get the data right from the guru of listing leads, how to get listings from your online marketing. So save that date. And for today, I think we covered it all. I wish you all happy Friday. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. Bye-bye.